Life is never a straight line. For some, the road is smooth, while for others, every step feels like walking against the wind. This is the story of Ria, a young girl from a small town in India who turned her repeated failures into a remarkable journey of strength and success. Ria was an average student in school. She was not the topper, but she was hardworking, disciplined, and full of dreams. Her father was a mechanic, and her mother worked as a tailor. Money was tight, but their support for Ria was limitless. She dreamed of becoming an engineer, not just to earn well, but to change her family's destiny. She studied day and night for the entrance exam to a top engineering college. When the results came, her heart sank. She had failed. She cried for hours, locked in her room, unable to believe that her dream had slipped through her fingers. She remembered the sacrifices her parents made, her father skipping meals to save money for her coaching, her mother sewing late into the night. "I've let them down," she whispered through her tears. But Raya didn't give up. With trembling hands and a broken heart, she picked up her books again. She studied harder. Her friends moved on, got into colleges, started new lives, but Ria stayed back, fighting her own silent battle. A year passed. She appeared again for the exam and failed again. This time, the pain cut even deeper. Her relatives began to mock her. Maybe engineering is not for her, they said. Girls should learn cooking, not calculus. Their words stung, but Raya remained silent. Deep inside, a fire had started to burn. She was not going to stop. She made one more attempt. She gave it everything, waking up at 4 a.m., studying till midnight, ignoring social media, staying away from distractions. She cried some nights, smiled through others, but never stopped trying. She failed a third time. It felt like the world had collapsed. Her mother held her as she sobbed uncontrollably. "I can't do this anymore," she said. "Maybe I'm not good enough." But her parents refused to let her give up. Her father took her hand and said, "Beta, success doesn't always come to the smartest. It comes to the one who refuses to quit. You're not a failure. You're a fighter." Those words lit something inside her. She changed her strategy. She studied smarter, not just harder. She joined a small local coaching center where a kind teacher mentored her personally. Slowly, her confidence returned. She started believing in herself again. She gave the exam a fourth time. This time, the result was different. Ria had passed, not just passed. She had scored a rank good enough to get into a reputed engineering college. She stared at the screen, tears streaming down her face, shaking as she read her name again and again. She ran to her parents, shouting, "I did it! I finally did it!" There was no celebration grand enough to capture that moment. Her mother cried silently, and her father stood speechless, pride shining in his eyes. All those years of struggle, pain, and sacrifice had finally led to this day. Today, Raya is in her final year of engineering. She has received a job offer from a multinational company and dreams of starting her own startup one day. But more than that, she has become an inspiration for many. She often visits schools and speaks to students, telling them that failure is not the end. It is just a bend in the road. Failing doesn't mean you're a failure, she says. Quitting does, so don't quit, ever. Ria's story teaches us that no dream is too big and no failure is final. Sometimes life will test you again and again, not to break you, but to make you unbreakable. What matters most is the courage to rise after every fall. She failed 3 exams, but she never quit, and that made all the difference.